Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Abigail bringing to you the news and events in Meghalaya. Here are the headlines for today. Shopkeepers queue up to vaccinate against COVID-19. DC ready to clear the air on JSU allegations regarding the grant of EC to Star Cement. Nyothrap National Youth Front threatens to agitate against the cement plant Star Cement for expansion of limestone extraction. And Tour retaliates Chief Minister's press conference on Meghalaya fortified rice implementation of ICDS program in Meghalaya. And now the news in detail. Following the grant of permission by the DC of the East Khasi Hills District, Srimati Isawanda Lalu to reopen the Yodo market from 18 June 2021 on the condition that all the shopkeepers must be vaccinated, around 250 shopkeepers were seen to queue up today the 16th of June 2021 to receive the vaccination against the virus. The vaccination will continue to be given in the next coming days too, according to sources.
Request baru langsung yo. Yung vaksin. Orang bentar ada first day. Ni baka respon ke internet. Ibubun lagi langsung yo kiba. Yawan kiba song hajan-jan kan. Berjan-jan juga duduk kira yawan. Sekarang masih bubut. Bisa bubut ni kiba. Kumpulan bentar tinggal punya confirm kena available juga neta vaksin. Di spek ke jenis tu. Kalau iba ketika rai ni rai mana polisi tu belum berjawab mereka belum ni langsung dia respon ha kuah iba biru beberapa langsung dia kata question ke rais kata question ke man belum dia bagi kan play bela kapratrik hak kejimplay juga yo kan kapratrik ke kuat iban lembar batai ke proses cuma dia jeng ai injection ke tanggal am meeting request back beliau kumbolong mentah ki longjong ki buram hai ke jangan kursi berubah dengan slow kills respect is request buram ki ori kinuan kalau kamas lene ki sanitizer lene social distance ni buram yak ke ba ka abthak ni rungi kerpat ki pada bakun buram ke saka din ba bla pli yo nang bakayo sinapli kanam khang su lada tin buram na patakal na ka khang ayo jing yak khan kadai ya kin soyo ani kin baca padukan ani ke bersama madan keteban kita jadi laga yang kami diman din lapli kayo tin buram ya ka patakal kaba pembek sarkar senang bakayo tumi country back bakin ya cincahi di maki di man inca nak kayo tumi.
The DC has provided clarifications to the JSU regarding the grant of environmental clearance to the Star Cement by the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change following written directions received from the Meghalaya Pollution Control Board. The JSU, after having made inquiries into the matter, has found that the member secretary of the Meghalaya Pollution Control Board had issued a written authorization to the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change to grant the environmental clearance to Star Cement. The organization has questioned the Chief Minister's inability to clarify to the public that the government is hand in glove in this matter and has played a substantial role in obtaining the environmental clearance from the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, New Delhi. The organization expresses anger at the high-handedness of the government in what can be seen as a trampling of the voices and rights of the people underfoot. The organization has stated that it cannot be a silent spectator in such matters that go against the rights of the people of the state, which tantamount to the violation of the privileges granted unto the tribal people by the 6th schedule of the Autonomous District Council.
But nila bentong baga sokar jala ron kti ban ibor ya ka Star Cement nun pinyo environmental clearance lang ba ka Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board bar kunjuro ka bakam susi panitho ipi ka lang ba Lightly ko pergi hearing kibala depan kibala pelong bat kibala pulom kalong ba ke Banengkong bar ke Baar ke Longgum tu kala su kutno hadin ba kelap dan gini yang persyak kiba kang persyak pelong ke public hearing handrai ke public hearing ke balai ke dengan formality but ke Meghalaya Pollution Control Board kala tho nandu arajar arthau au benai balai lightrik benai balai ban penyo yang environmental clearance yang Star Cement na po joka Ministry of Environment Forest badaliang kaseng hading layok kini ikut kislah kita song perkat batui pat ki perok sing halang di bang wilayah keren bakunu banyak cakmat bad hadin bangin pet kini ikut kislah yo ni song ya kejingalang nene kata kejingya perkat naliang kaseng ginom sabjar bad ni kerman ro kui pat ki perok sing halang bad kunjuru ki ba persya ya kini ka jingyo environmental clearance ke star semen ke bomdai hok bomdai gelenti ya jingyo rat ya ke ikhtiar sensar ke jong ke jai penri ke jongi khantam me ke bayai lat ke JCDC ki district council ya ke bor jong ke elaka berkumjuru ya ke bor jong kinong Shillong ki para ki baidan markhap berkatai ke beri charnot ne ke jaka benti ya motion berkabakam susi kalong ba ne kaliang jong ke department jong ke environment ne ke forest jong state jongi kamsem la tuklar ne kamsem la ai takot ben persya namar bah ketika jaka kadon ketika eco sensitive zone ke batang arspa mitar na ketika jaka kapan di utai motion berkumjuru kadon ketika narpo wildlife sanctuary ke baki bun kini kimerat kiba kerpang kadon ketika jaka berkidon ki kau ki betap kibala banyada ya kani ke jing kela jong kamariang handai ke basusi kolong ba ke state ni ke sarkar jalahi naliang juga Ministry of Environment ni ke naliang ke Department of Environment ru kumjut naliang ke forest kimsem la persya ya kani ke jingle donbor ni ke jingle jong kali ke pollution control board bag star cement banle ya kata penduk ya kata public hearing ni kata ke jingalang perstu pajba ya ban penyo environmental clearance.
The social organization belonging to Hinyotrep National Youth Fund today threatened to organize agitational programs against the cement plant Star Cement at Shillong in Shillong area if it starts expanding the extraction of lime in the area. The HNYF made this announcement after receiving the report that the Star Cement has received the clearance from the Union Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change that it could resume its extend the limestone extraction in the area. Speaking to the media, the HNYF General Secretary Dameshwa Sirti said the government has taken the advantage to give the environmental clearance to the Star Cement when Meghalaya is under lockdown, thinking that people would not be in a position to agitate. Sirti said that if the cement plant starts expanding the limestone extraction, the organization will organize agitational programs. The state government will have to take the responsibility of what will happen.
Kepada sarkar jengi ka ngapjar kamle ka hanna ba kamla banle ka dikam namar badon ka public hearing ka jing barsha beba ka IT ka Delhi lada ka Delhi ka kle sha da banta ka chai bantu jengi kamde ba ki kle tang da banta ku khandeu ku siap kamde ban ki kle tang banta mar bo khandeu ka de ban ki kle ru ya ka chai bantu jengi khamtam bangir don kam karke ya ka ILP ka de ka mat ka don kam tam jengi ki ka sipnar ki cement factory ki kok puncak ki factory ki babas ni ka mari jungi bat ki jalan khalia gileti matu biswa kade ki jalan mata ki khasipnar bat ki garo bat ki wei ki jai menteri ki mla ban le trai ha ka jala jungi bat ki mla ban kholong ma pok ndeu jungi namar ngi nong trai tamangi la jai ber tamangi ki garo khasi bat jaintia tangatai bala da ka Delhi ka don kami ka star cement nga ong yo chief minister la da ka Delhi ka don ni ka don kami ka star cement kada li kada bandrai ka star cement hapo ka song Delhi o mapo ka jala jangi namar ka don kameka ka to ka jing he ka jaka jong star cement ka kwa pan he su ban pesniu ka medem eu jangi anta ki sim ki do ladak pan he ka te ka jaka ante ki sajak lut ki mrat ki mreng ki sim ki do ki ser ki skei ki mrat khlau ki la chan do jaj mta ante dawan ka pan he pa ka ni ka jaka jangi kan sa do jaj su Henry banle ngagum ni ladak ia ka star cement dan ia ki hespa ki punjot eka merem eu mdon MGT mdon environment mdon forest department ban kem ni ban fanya ki lada ukasi jengi uli seddo ban ya bam tengkat do khala namar ka khlau ka bang lada ukasi jengi useddo ha ka marsun yo cintip ki forest department kin wat kin kem pin fan bat kin set bandiru ki Henry ya ka star cement pat ya ki company pat kal ai jing pit ban bakal le hatu ka jing pencot ika mere beng jing da star cement da ki fuel da ligi jika kelom ki ba kam kata saya ki do ki do sim ki do berat bale ki beri jing pat ki da siat do ki siat tang sen siat rula sa ken ba sa phai la par kes punjai ka bakadong ong sen ngasli her ngin sli her nagaliang ka HNYF ngin sli her po bersenot Lada don sisa kum kata kakam baka penyari gatnat ti mausun jengka ngimban sing ngin pelong jing yaki wal ada kadai ka pol odaru mban si habaki beba namar kasokar kasim kabu ikani lockdown kasim kabu sha pe ya ka petrol pom ya ka petrol 8 q ya ka diesel 8 q namar hagani ka pol odaru mban beba yaki mban beba persa kasim kabu kane pasal kawai kani menta ka kasim kabu ya kani ka ya kalau dah ka ba ajing bit lang ba ka dalhi ya ka startimen ban kalau mausun ngin pelong ajing ki bercernot akani ka pol odaru lada ka sokar ka pasangya ya kani ka kam balada aja kano kajing hori hura kajing kelomar hantai kasokar kadi babakle.
The contractor of MS Dhar Construction Company, Ngatlang Dhar, who is making the road between Treyongriang and Lat Muplang on the National Highway 40 in East Jaintia Hills, today assured the members of Khot Yakawa Minturu that he would avoid the dumping of mud into the Mintudu River. He assured this during the joint inspection by the members of HNYF and other NGOs. Those present in this inspection were engineers from the PWD Jowai Central Division, ADM of West Jaintia Hills District, Headman of Jowai and Khot Yakawa Minturu, and Organisation for Protection of the Environment. Speaking to the media, the President Khot Yakawa Minturu, Krolam Salanki Paryat, said the crystal Mintudu River has changed its colour after the mud has been pushed into the river due to the road construction. On the other hand, Ngatlang Dhar said that his workers have informed him about this matter, but he did not pay heed to this because in the state there are too many social organizations making complaints even when it is not necessary. Dhar, however, assured the inspection team that everything will be done in a proper manner.
Ini yang bilang ini dia yang in baru ini tu kan kita nak cuma kita terlalu berang ni. Yang kita nak kita yang ini cerok. Dia pergi ke poin ke jengmat yang ini. Tahu ni kewilang Saudi. Tahu Saudi kan ni man gani ke por, gani ke COVID. Kami gani ke kelam. Dupi penbor ke office yang pi nak engineer PWD road. Dua sentral, puan ini. Dalam gani ke kena hundau, dia kuat dia cerita, dia kuat orang cerita. Pasal dia mulai kamu ADC yang ini, macam jeng, wadang tu pembeb yang kam ni bentar kontrol yang kani ke kelam, apa bentar ini. Kalau kata lah, ni bentar buah, bentar betul, bentar betul. Igi bagi merata orang kementeru, atau ini dagang menteru. Rengat ko, sengat ko, temat ito dayap. Igi sang cenang terbiar ke menteru lagi yap. Nalor iten la, kini ke menteru yang ko jujur, atau entah pun kedoh janji ini. Mereka kontribut ko yang Gangga Delta, Ganges Delta, ko Bangladesh. Kita la makanika ang kakasyarin. Tahu ajar kat kende, dadap komplain ka government of Bangladesh. Sarkar Meghalaya ni banta wami gini ki jakhliya ni. Takata kontribut ko jakhliya yaga get bigyo chong terwiar ang komentru emhit. Imlan yeta. Tandrai nei tolor nei tenla to magire emi ka awareness program. Yo ki NGT la dawan banta ga hini wo khang. Wo no ya gi khandau ye gi jhap gi jakhliya che komentru. Kan ni ki hearing nang lai ka. Tai liang office yang pi executive engineer yang PWD National Highway, yo signboard the boat fee. Waham no ki khandau. Sekali ka road yang kementeru. Dayo kata. NGT order la kani dang stand baco. Ke section 144 CRPC ko pada penmi. Na liang yang office of deputy commissioner was Jaintia man kapor penmi. Kata laman ka standing order. Begini ki gila man concern ni. Wa kini ki ar banta ki wa tributaries di catchment area. Orang gini gisni kor kurang kere gini gisni berat kitia gur dep. Tajuk senyawa wa ong gini gini kere ni ong jo em go wan kang go wan komplain. Andrei nganeleng yung narap simstinyo. Nemba ile oi Meghalaya ayo kat wala lo bono ring sei balang. Tua tipi wato tipi walak wan kang bai. Dan dari ini wajib penbayi stip engineer yo isem negisni Chem to ni kam ko sakit ke kam ko kerpang ke kam ko em kam mi chemi dengan leng yung kau kontraktor le kam ong ne kam di kelam ni staj na keleng yung ihal ini kira ibu dep kat le ka khendau ko demi ni te dagi 1000 kari te ko dekit le dagi 1000 dona 1000 ri te kam ong ne em ko tu ko VR ko wa ko bom yi like ko de yo hap kam tu te ko tu da hap kam tu dia kan ni wadau kira hi dan leng yung ala kam ong phi nga lo to nong jang tia hi I hawa ye chong I prao he adu ha ka sarkar ka won ka la bon sin jo ye kalam ye ka meriang jo ye kalami ye ka ye ka wa ye kilom ye pden mo pne sa ye ka meriang dan rei kam gani hini pathan ko wa de yo ri khman udah to skiat ka wa de penim ye ka chnong jwai ku de penim ye ki chnong to do ko chnong jwai ki chnong go em na rot yung ni umro im gini ni adu ter dengan keling yung ngale singap menau adu kate wa yo ye semlang kam ni wa yo ye pensi kita gijingan kamera teneleng yung I kontraktor le kami ye kelam ni adu san snem le ke maintenance ke pemiet penha to yung I ta hadin udah dep krek ye gani ke surok le nga kular wa upersangkat wa ye wa pemiet wa penha wa man green ye gani ke thau wa de krek ye gani ke project.
The leader of civil society organisation TUR, Angela Runga, today refuted the press conference addressed by Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, who tried to justify that everything was properly done with the Meghalaya fortified rice seized by Assam police at Boko. Retaliating the Chief Minister's statement, who said that NGOs should verify before making allegations against the state government, Runga said TUR has done due diligence to verify all the facts before exposing malpractice in the implementation of ICDS program in the state.
And I would also like to say that there is nothing embarrassing when civil society organizations such as the KSU or us do this, because we see it as our responsibility. In fact, it is good that the KSU went to the FCI and met the director trying to clarify things, and good that organizations such as us and the CSWO have always tried to look at the ground reality of what is happening to people's entitlements. So it's not also embarrassing that a press is trying to carry out these news items in a free and fair manner so that the public knows what is happening. What is, however, embarrassing is a chief minister bending over backwards trying to defend a tainted company, Continental Milk Co. Limited, and also trying to justify the actions of a previous government, where usually this government has always tried to brush off any issues as being legacy issues or issues of a previous government. But here they are trying to defend a company which in the past 10 years had also been, highlighted as being a company that was running our ICDS program to the ground. Now, we're not trying to create confusion. What we're saying is always based on facts. It's based on people's perspective from the ground, the actual ground reality, as well as diligent research. So you have no business accusing us of not doing research, because let me show you what are the papers we are basing what we're saying right now on. Number one, you're well advised to go and read the Supreme Court order of 2019. You're also well advised to read the Commissioner's report, which was submitted to the court. The own thing which was given by the government about the ICDS program, the NHRC report on the ICDS program, and we also base whatever we're saying on the CAG report, on even reports coming from the ground, and also the Niti Aayog has also suggested a few things on the ICDS, and collating all of this together is what we then present to the government. Now, the Chief Minister kept harping that this rice is not NFSA rice. Let us first be very clear again that the Supplementary Nutrition Program under the ICDS is something that comes out of the National Food Security Act 2013, Clauses 4, 5, 6 talks about SNP of ICDS. So yes, this rice is NFSA rice in that sense. Now, let me also talk about Continental Milkos Limited. And I stress again, the Chief Minister is trying to say that there is no scam, that this group is not blacklisted. Let me explain to you why this is a scam and why this group, this Continental Milkos Limited, is fleecing the state and its people. Now, you have to understand that there have been several court orders. Since 2004, 2009, 2012, then there was the NFSA Act itself in 2013, and most recently, 2019, the Vaishnorani Mahila judgment from the Supreme Court makes it very clear about how best the SNP program of the ICDS can be run. But obviously, our state government, whether it was 10 years ago or now, is trying to willfully misrepresent facts, also willfully misreading even the notification of the Ministry of Women and Child Development, and it's definitely in breach of the Supreme Court orders. And let me tell you why. Number one, Continental Milkos Limited does not have to be the manufacturer, the sole manufacturer that the government works with to deliver this program. In fact, the Chief Minister very proudly was reading out the notification from the Ministry of Women and Child Development saying that it is advisable that government should get nutritious food prepared and manufactured by competent groups and entities, irrespective of whether these are SHGs, women's groups, etc. Now, let me tell you that the Supreme Court actually says that you have to make all-out effort to decentralize the program because it works better, to try and work with women's groups, with SHGs, with local communities. So why are you favoring only Continental Milkos Limited is the question, when they are actually breaking the norms legally and also socially what has been stated by the court as something which should be carried out, which is that you give nutritious food, which is locally available, culturally specific. Continental Milkos is not doing that. Now the other thing, which the jargon which you keep using about fortified, micronutrient fortified foods, energy dense foods. Let me tell you that when the deliberations happened on the NFSA Act in Parliament, that clause that it has to be fortified foods was removed.
So viewers, with that we have come to the end of today's edition. Till we meet again, thank you for joining us.